Clan Ice Hellion. A predator native to Hector, the Ice Hellion preyed on many of the planet's early colonists. Nicholas Kerensky respected the creature for its predatory instinct and pack-hunting skill, and so named a clan for it. History. The founders of Clan Ice Hellion chose to mimic their totem animals' speed and pack mentality. Using light and medium mechs and aerospace fighters, they served as scouts in Operation Klondike. This role led to some friction with Nicholas Kerensky, as the Hellions felt he had denied them the fights they deserved. The clan still bears this proverbial chip on the shoulder, aggressively defending its martial abilities. Light but powerful, the Ice Hellions did well in the early years after the Pentagon campaign, using their speed to devastating effect in various conflicts with other clans. The other clans soon developed effective counter-tactics, however, and the Hellions found themselves assailed from all sides. For a time, Hellion Sarkhan Lucius Moore was a hero to his clan for his seeming ability to win in hopeless situations. Then, Senior Khan Cage discovered that Moore was using drugs to enhance his troops' abilities. Enraged at what he took as a grievous slight against the clan eugenics program, Cage brought charges before the Grand Council and called for a trial of grievance against Moore. The fighting that followed was essentially a civil war within the Hellions, costing them 60% of their strength, but freeing them of the taint of Sarkar Morn's dishonourable actions. Other clans probed the Hellions' weakness, but the Hellions fended them off. To compensate for their lower numbers, they developed several new technologies, including the enhanced Formula Endo steel and ferrofibrous armour used in modern Omnimex. In the debate over whether or not to invade the Inner Sphere, the Ice Hellions were avid crusaders. When the Grand Council agreed to the Warden-sponsored Dragoon Compromise in the year 3000, Hellion Khan Jaina Norizuki was outraged. Going against the Grand Council's decision, she prepared to launch a preemptive invasion of the Inner Sphere. Sarkhan Ernest Wick declared a secret trial of grievance against her for going against the Council's mandate, and once again for the Ice Hellions, they found themselves fighting a civil war. The details of this so-called secret trial didn't emerge until recently, save that Sarkhan Wick won and the Hellions kept faith with the Grand Council. When the call finally went out for the invasion in 3048, the Hellions fared poorly in the trials for inclusion in the invasion force. Outraged, many Hellion warriors vented their frustration in the Hellion's Fury campaign. This series of raids throughout clan space netted the Hellions many resources and much territory, but also alienated them from many of their fellow home clans. In recent years, Khan Asartani has attempted to use the dissatisfaction amongst the home clans to form a coalition that would elect him Il Khan and elevate the Hellions to invading clan status. Even after the Khans of the invading clans destroyed his power base, he remained close to the centres of power, and was one of the 4 Khans who accompanied the Il Khan when they met Victor Steiner Davian to negotiate the Great Refusal. During that trial, the Hellions met the Novacats and were shattered. Khan Tani was badly injured by Novacat Khan Severn LaRue and only returned to active duty in November of 3060. Society. Ice Hellion society follows clan tradition, with warriors regarded as clearly superior to the civilian castes. Inter-caste relations remain generally even, though the warriors distrust the merchant caste, believing their ways inherently corrupt. The clan council assigns troops to escort and keep watch over all merchant vessels. The people of Clan Ice Hellion are hard-working, thriving on the marginal worlds that the clan claims as their own. This work ethic has forged strong bonds within the technician and labourer castes. Both know that the other castes undervalue them, and are thus very supportive of one another. Family units show similarly strong ties, as do work groups and military units. Appreciation for others' abilities within the family or unit is a natural extension of the bond within the Hellion packs, as they frequently term their various subgroups, and this willingness to recognise the talent of others has made performance art a common pastime. Bondsmen are a feature of Hellion life, particularly civilians taken in raids when acquiring territory. Expansionistic and belligerent, the Hellions know that bondsmen are living evidence of their military strength. However, few captured warriors are allowed to become Abtaka, principally because of problems adapting to the Hellions' emphasis on speed and other unique battle tactics. The idealization of speed colours all aspects of their life. The Hellions place considerable emphasis on first impressions and snap judgments rather than long-term contemplation and its associated second-guessing. Such an attitude often works well in combat, where swift reaction times can mean the difference between life and death. In politics or business, however, it can pose major problems. The Hellions do not think things through, which has hurt their mercantile concerns as well as their leaders' political ambition. Almost all members of the clan are strong believers in technology, but none more so than the warriors. Anything that enhances their machine's speed or warrior reaction time, more powerful engines, lighter components, or even EI implants, is much prized in Clan Ice Hellion. Military. The Hellions despise the necessity of including freeborns in their combat units, but the small size of their townmen compared with the size of their territory requires this practice. Trueborn and freeborn warriors rarely mix, forming their own units and serving distinct roles. The Hellions even train their freeborns in separate camps from the trueborn warriors. Most freeborns serve in flurry units, militias that contain regular armour and infantry, and that bulk out the Hellion townmen. The Hellions acquired elementals and battle armour late, and so have a poor opinion of them. The Hellions place less emphasis on Sibcos than other clans, breaking them up during training to foster self-reliance amongst their troops. They believe that by weakening the links to the Sibco, a new warrior will develop stronger ties to his or her new unit. Aside from their penchant for speed, Hellion warriors are best known and much derided for their ability to talk a good fight. The wolves take particular enjoyment in baiting the Hellions for this habit. Allies and enemies. The Ice Hellions believe so much in their own strength that they see little need to develop alliances with the other clans. They occasionally form alliances of convenience, but nothing that lasts beyond a single campaign or event. Despite the Hellions' Fury campaign, the clans have no real enemies. They share a mutual antipathy with the wolves, who regard the Hellions as ineffectual, who often refer to them as rhyme stoats, which is a type of weasel. The Hellions understandably dislike the wolves for this attitude, and also for Khan Vlad Ward's dismissal of Ascertani's efforts to advance the Hellion cause. Despite his incapacity after the Great Refusal, this antipathy looks set to develop into a full-blown feud.